So what's the most extravagant submission that the HollyShorts Film Festival has ever received, and did it work? Like, we heard one gentleman submitted to a festival and he sent like a hipster gift package, which was like Pabst Blue Ribbon beer and some popcorn, different things like that.
Yeah,
and they said, very nice, thank you.
Yeah, we've gotten, there's been, we've gotten some extravagant submissions, but nothing like that. So I kind of disappointing. With 9 years going now, we haven't got anything that, I figured we got something even crazier at this point. We kind of haven't. That's, now thinking about it, like, it's a little surprising. Kind of disappointing. I wouldn't mind some random beer coming in. That'd be kind of nice, but I don't know. I gotta think a second here. I mean, there's been some, mainly elaborate press kits. The press kits, like, sometimes people send some really expensive press kits. And now with everything digital, we want that stuff online. We don't want that sent. We don't want the paper wasted. We don't. Not that we don't consider it. I mean, if you receive it, we're gonna take a look at it, but we're not really gonna give it a full pass. We're just not, because we're looking at, we want the stuff electronically sent. If you send a press kit in, press kit information, articles on your online submission, or just email it to us as PDF. We want that stuff online now. Just that bulk mail and getting all that stuff. It just with all the materials we get in DVDs and whatnot, it's a lot, and it's essentially, to be honest, a waste of space. And but we've gotten some. It's mainly when it comes to like the press kits, where like there's just a full color copies and just like this huge book of just all types of information on every single player involved, and that kind of stuff. And we've had some one submission where they give us like they gave us like still photographs of every like cast member and like the full makeup and full outfit and costume, and it was like all that kind of stuff. And then there was like fridge magnet and all these other, they just gave all, it was all this stuff. It was like, I remember some more stuff they gave us. I don't remember, it was a piece of the clothes of like the costume, like there was like all this, there's just like a huge press kit. And the funny thing is it was a trailer. So it was actually, wasn't even, it was a trailer submission, which we have trailer submissions, and we look to screen trailers. But the press kit and all that stuff was for a 30-second trailer. So it's pretty interesting. It was like, it's a trailer, but they're giving this really elaborate. It takes so much time to look through all this stuff, but the film itself, the submission is it's not even minutes long. So it was kind of funny that all things like to have this huge mailed press kit, big package, and all this stuff, and printed out copies of this, and then photographs of every single, it was like this huge cast and all this stuff, and it was for something so short. It was kind of like that was pretty elaborate. We have had some handwritten letters. Pleas of sort to come in, stuff like that, where it's kind of why we should select the film, and handwritten, which is interesting now because no one who writes handwritten letters, and the Dear John letters aren't coming around anymore. People don't write you letters like that anymore in hand, like cursive, and so we had some letters, written about why we should select the film and how important it was, and I guess I got to be honest. I mean, some of those submissions have generally been, to be frank, pretty poor, like. Yeah, I mean, if they come in with something that's with that kind of, I'm trying to like word this right, but I mean, you're sending a letter in, handwritten, not in some sense not professional, but also just like with a plea. You got to assume the film's probably not going to be good, and they haven't been in that sense. When that happens, that happened a few times. They're not. They're just not. The film will speak for itself, and you don't have to send a handwritten note that way. I mean in the sense of like on paper, handwritten, cursive, like a long letter, not like, hey, thanks for looking at my submission. I'm not talking about that. Like, that's nice, and people do that. It's cool. Little, on the business card, write a little thank you or something. That's fine.
So
but,
like a calligraphy manifesto.
Yeah.
With a plumed pen or something.
All that stuff. Yeah, that kind of we don't. That's not going to necessarily help at all. It's like, the film will speak for itself, but.